What's up, YouTube? So this mentorship, I'm gonna go forward doing a lot of market reviews, and it's gonna help you guys understand more stuff about price that you need to know. And assuming everyone is kind of at the same pace when it comes to drawing liquidity and bias, I'm just gonna assume everybody is at the same playing field because we should be doing the same thing every day. 15-minute liquidity pools, waiting for your 930. Like, it should be no opinion based thing when you're trading this model. Like, it should just be, oh, that's a pool, oh, that's 930. It should be that simple. So assuming we're all on the same page, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, my first 3 videos of this mentorship is going to help you with that, and it's on my YouTube channel. So assuming everyone understands the drawn liquidity, we're going to be looking down here for the 4-hour candle to potentially get down there, but we don't fully know. So dropping down to the 15, where I taught you guys, you want to mark out your midnight to 9:30, and you genuinely want to wait till 9:30. So waiting till 9:30, you can see we're coming up on this pool here and this pool here. I say stay out of the 9 o'clock to 9:30 window because that's where manipulation really takes place. So if you want price to go down here and take these lows, you want to see 9:30 run higher and run buy stops. That's what I'm teaching you. So we have a high here dropping down to the 1 minute. This gives you guys a trade entry. So if you know that price wants to get down here and maybe down here, then you can expect a manipulation leg that will occur around 9:30. And this is usually where I would like trade before the open and long into that and then short away from that. That's usually what I would do. So we'll see how price reacts when we get up there. So right about here, this is when I was like, okay, so everything's kind of playing how I needed to play. I did toggle to regular trading hours, and I asked myself, does price want to fill up most of this gap, or does it want to run lower? And the rule he gave us is after a certain amount of points you see an opening range gap, you want to start looking at the trade to go lower. Like, you don't want this to get filled. If you see 282 points, you don't want this to get filled. It shouldn't get filled, which means I seen this and I was like, okay, we're most likely going lower now. So that's sort of how you use that opening range gap and blend it with everything you know now. So dropping down to the 15 second. Oh, the 15. So right here, I started to see just funny business going on, but nonetheless, I did see a pool that was residing here. So I was feeling a little bit confident. All I needed was that market structure shift. Price eventually started to feel like it was going to fall, like right around, that's my dog in the back. Right around here. This where I was like, okay, price might start falling. So I did short like this, stop covering like here, take profit here. This is what I went for. Well, it automatically put me at a loss. Yeah, but that's what I went for. I could have targeted down here, but I just took it here. As you can see, price did pan out and run and hit my sell side. Look, and this is one thing I want to point out to you guys. I'm just telling you this now. Why are you grabbing for a macro when you can literally just trade what you're supposed to trade? Like, a macro is there if you miss the move. You all were here for the move. So it's like, why are you running for a macro? And with that being said, if you're shorting here on this change in state and this immediate rebalance, okay, off the logic that we have a pool here, opening range gap went lower and it was too much to be filled, okay? And then you start to have price breaking down like this. Why don't you just get in here and then ride the rest of the day instead of just taking every macro you see? Because essentially, if you are trading how you're supposed to be trading, these moves here are nothing. And you'll see that here. Like, you see how everything is going to work in the favor of that 930. It's not about your macro. Everything is going to work in your favor of the 930. And there's your TP. I could have full pulled it, but I wasn't going to be here at 1017. So looking at it hit your draw, I just don't understand why everyone's reaching for a macro when you just need to focus on the draw and then take the one trade that's supposed to get you there. So coming to my Discord here, I just want to show you guys some of the trades we took, and you can see this guy here, he killed it. This was a trade I took here. Here was the 930 trade I was telling you guys about off the change of state. And I guess I actually went for the full low. I didn't go for this one. Here's the call out. Here was the post 930 long that I was telling you guys about. And it's one thing if I'm literally just talking about it, like, oh, yeah, it's going here and there, but I'm actually trading this stuff and withdrawing. Like, so reviewing it on your 1 minute time frame, you can see price gets above this high here. And there's really no entries until you get to this fair value gap here. And me personally, I would never take this fair value gap, because there's one here and here. Like I wouldn't be in this predicament. I mean, it happened live and you guys seen what happened. I was up here. So you're not going to see me in this predicament. I'll drop down to the 15-second as soon as we get above a pool and see if it's breaking down. That's what I like to do, targeting an old low. So you have price running down, hitting that, double take on your fair value gap, and eventually just running lower. Does it look like there's a trade for the macro? 1150s here. You had the exact minute to get in the trade, but why are you holding yourself hostage when you could have got in here? If you were going to buy at this fair value gap, you might as well have just done it here. So I'm not talking against macros. It's just everyone is whipping out macros, but they don't know what they're doing. They're just throwing shit at the wall until it sticks. Like that's exactly what everyone's doing when it comes to macros. They're not actually using logic, because if you were, you would be using your 930 to trade your macro. And if you were doing that, then you wouldn't be trading your macro today. So if you were trading your macro, you're just telling me you don't know what you're doing. And this is not supposed to be an offensive market review. I'm just giving you guys the truth. So your 930 here ran higher, and that's what you want to see on a bearish day. So it comes down to, were you bearish or bullish today? If you were bullish, you did not see 930 go lower. So right there, you had a chance to correct yourself if you were bullish. 930 went higher, taking out buy side here, and it was exactly at 930 it went higher, and then breaks down. So even if you were offside, you still had a chance to have it run up higher, break down with a fair value gap. You had the opportunity. And that's just how the market is. If you want a bearish day, find a reason for it to go bearish. Okay. Wait for your 930 to go the opposing direction to take out liquidity, and then wait for it to break down. That's all you need to do. So while everyone's waiting for a macro and silver bullet, I mean, you're just making it harder for yourself, and it's more stressful than it needs to be. It's just as simple as like, oh, I'm bearish. 930 open higher, preferably an opening range gap lower. So when I toggle this, instead of it being a higher opening range gap, I'd rather it be low so I can have these pools in the opening range gap. So when I see 930 go higher, I have more of like a strong confluence. It's going to go lower. But luckily for me and whoever's under me, we know that when you see this type of a gap for a certain amount of points, and I'm not putting a number on it for a reason, but when I see a certain amount of points, I know to already disregard this big opening range gap. And usually when this happens, come tomorrow, if this is still wide open, this is going to be something I'm looking to target.